Hey everyone, so recently I just finished a game called Seasons After Fall, and I thought I'd share my thoughts about it with you, like sort of make a short review if you will. It's basically a platformer that's really pretty, and it's not too long. The premise of this game is like you play this fox, or rather this fox that's possessed, and you gotta go to 4 different areas. You have the main area, which is like the central hub, and 4 other areas that represent different types of seasons. And you need to go to these different areas and try and unlock the power of those seasons. Once you do, plot reasons happen and you need to like revisit all these places and use the powers of the seasons to manipulate the levels and unlock more story bits. The game for the most part was pretty fun, except for a few things which I'll get to. First of all, the fun parts for this game are the levels are pretty well designed. They're straightforward and the puzzles are all logic based. Well, for the most part, they're logic based. So they're not too tough. You won't be banging your head against the wall trying to figure out these puzzles. And the game also has like a pretty chilled vibe. I think that's to do with the art style and just the way the fox kind of moves through the levels. There's no extreme sense of like urgency to do stuff, which is kind of cool. There's also no dying in this game, which is quite nice as well. But also, I guess the downside is the story. Like, the game has amazing voice acting, but the story is really abstract. Like, I really needed to think about it after finishing this game. And I kind of dig abstract games, but this one was just too much. Like, I still don't understand what the whole point of the main premise of this game is. Like, I've done all the things, and I don't know what I did, is basically the feeling that I was left with. I also mentioned that most of the puzzles in this game are logic-based, and I'd say like 90% of the puzzles in this game are like logic-based. The other 10% are exploration, and I am not the biggest fan of exploration. The difference between like logic versus exploration is basically like a logic puzzle is sort of like a cause and effect thing. For example, with the powers you get in the game, if you turn the season to winter, this freezes all the water in an area, so if you have like a spring, it will get frozen and you'll have like a platform to jump on. If you change it to autumn, that will kind of turn it back into water, although it might increase the winds in that area and show you some like upward wind drafts, like leaves might move around and things might change. And also there'll be water if you need water for whatever reason. The exploration bits of this game that were puzzles are you needed to find something and it isn't very obvious where the things are. For example, there's this one whole area where you need to unlock this altar for story reasons. And you find this altar by running into a wall continuously until it goes dark, and yeah, you're in a dark environment. And there's no way in this huge area that you'd be able to do that unless you literally hugged every single wall in this place. So these kinds of puzzles are towards the end. The other frustrating puzzle is this one where you have to sort of match these symbols according to, like, basically you need to make a pattern and a symbol at the same time, and you need to memorize them, and they're pretty far away in terms of location. So having to run back and forth just because you can't remember all the intricacies, it's sort of like a code. The code, in my opinion, would be easier. These are sort of these abstract patterns. Like, you'll get diamond-shaped patterns, straight lines, loops, and and like thicker yellow chain kind of things. And you need to memorize now a symbol which follows like a certain pattern, which, to be honest, was truly frustrating. And this is just towards the end of the game, so yeah, that I think that and the story are the downsides of the game. The upsides are it's pretty, the voice acting is pretty good, it's quite chilled, and it's short. I'm not a platforming guy. I'm definitely not someone who likes backtracking. This wasn't terrible to play, but the payoff at the end wasn't that great. I'd recommend this game to people who like platformers, or people who feel like they want to try this game just for the art style. I think it is a good art style, and if you're looking for a platformer that's just sort of chilled out, I guess this would be perfect for you. Though I would say asking for more than, I don't know, $6 for this is a bit tough for me. I think if it's like $6 or under, yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. Anyways, that's all I have to say about this game. If you have any positive or negative feedback, please leave it in the comments section below. Like this video if you feel inclined, and subscribe. Catch you later. Have fun!